Hey LEGO Star Wars fans, today I want to share my review of LEGO Star Wars set number 75268, which is for a Snowspeeder. This Snowspeeder was featured in the Empire Strikes Back, which is episode number 5 of the Star Wars movie series. And it is targeted for LEGO fans ages 4 and up. And since I'm older than 4 years old, I qualify. All right, so here it goes. So this set actually contains the Star Wars Snowspeeder starship. It contains the Echo Base defense station that looks like a big radar. And it contains a Snowspeeder bike along with 2 different minifigs. Now, again, this was featured all in Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, except for the Snowspeeder bike, which I'll talk about last. Now, the Snowspeeder is my personal favorite of all of the Star Wars vehicles. I just love its shape. There have been a lot of different versions of Snowspeeders that LEGO has produced, and the Snowspeeder itself in this set does resemble the overall shape of the Snowspeeder, but in a much simpler form. It has the transparent canopy. It has the laser cannons on the wings. On the back, it has the harpoon gun. It's got these are called heat dispersion fins, and it's got the main thrust nozzles. But most importantly, it has the iconic shape and the colors of the Snowspeeder. You can fit a LEGO minifig inside. If you take this, oops, I just snapped it right off, but you can snap it right back. It can fit a LEGO minifig inside. Here you go. You can only fit one. In the movie, you can fit 2 of them. 2 pilots going in there, actually a pilot and a rear gunner. And overall, it's pretty easy to build. It's pretty easy to hold, so I think it's a great little piece. So this Snowspeeder utilizes a new white vehicle base. That's this guy right here. This is one entire piece here. It's on bricklink.com. It's labeled as a 12 by 12 by 1 white vehicle base with an 8 by 4 recessed center and 8 holes. This is the first set that utilizes this particular piece in white. Only 2 other sets use this piece, but they use it in light gray. LEGO calls it the medium stone gray, and Bricklink calls it light bluish gray, but that doesn't apply here. This new vehicle base is in white, and it so far is the first one to do that. LEGO calls this particular piece a starter brick chassis, and it's intended to help younger children learn how to build because there are obviously fewer parts here. Okay, so that's the Snowspeeder itself. When you open up the canopy, there's room for a little bit of details, and you can see, I don't know if you can see it here, you can see that little piece over there with the sticker print on it that shows the controls, and the pilot just sits in there. Okay, so let's move on to the Echo Base defense station. This radar dish looking thing is shown in several different scenes as the Imperial troops are advancing towards the main power generators on the Rebel base. It's called Echo Base, and it's on a distant ice planet called Hoth. So lasers or energy beams are shot out of this radar dish. So they're actually weapons, not just a means for the rebels to get cable or high-speed internet or their favorite NFL channel. It has minimal details, but kids will love the disc shooter right here. So in the back, you insert one of these discs in, and what you do is when you push it all the way through, it's gonna fire. It's gonna shoot out. Now, I don't know if this is the appropriate place to put it, but there's a little brick over there with a knob on top, so that's where I hold the spare one. This set comes with two, so you just stick, it's as easy as just sticking it in here and just pressing it until it goes all the way in, or rather halfway in, and then when you press it some more, it just shoots right out. Okay, so it also has this transparent piece, I think it's called a transparent light blue rock panel, which I personally don't like. I think it takes away an opportunity for LEGO fans to build out that part, but I suspect it's not only a cost-saving move by LEGO because it's in several sets, but also because this is intended for younger kids. They wanted to simplify it. And then you have another little printed slope brick over there to show some details of this little radar dish weapon looking thing. Okay, let's move on to the Imperial Snowspeeder bike. This is what I'm calling it. I'm not actually sure what its name is. It's supposed to be a Snowspeeder bike, but in The Empire Strikes Back, you actually don't see any Snowspeeder bikes. You see the at Imperial Walker, and you see I think it's the ATST Imperial Walker, but none of the troops actually got on a speeder bike. So I think LEGO must have just reimagined this in the white camouflage. And if they decided to use this vehicle on an icy planet, this is what it looks like, or this is what it would have looked like. But again, this is not seen in the movie itself. Now, if you like Snowspeeder bikes, I think you'll appreciate that this closely resembles their iconic shape. But again, it's pretty small. It doesn't have a whole lot of details, but you can tell exactly what it is just by looking at it. And finally, this set includes two minifigs. You've got Wedge Antilles, and you've got a Snowtrooper. So Wedge here was the pilot for the Snowspeeder with the call sign Rogue 3 in The Empire Strikes Back. He piloted the Snowspeeder that successfully used its harpoon and tow cable to wrap up the legs of the AT-AT Walker. So he's kind of a big deal around here. And the Snowtrooper here is just one of the troopers that goes running around inside Echo Base with Darth Vader once the Empire breached the base. So I think the little hood thing he's got here is pretty cool. They both come with blasters. As you can see, Wedge has a pistol, and the Snowtrooper has pretty much a blaster rifle. With this Snowspeeder and its ability to hold a minifigure, if it won't come apart, with its ability to hold a minifigure, and with jamming it in there, let me put it in properly here. With the Snowspeeder's ability to hold a minifig, and with the Snowspeeder bike's ability to hold this Snowtrooper, I think, and with the Echo Base defense radar thing, able to shoot discs out, I think for younger kids, you're going to have a lot of playability just from this one little set. So, in summary, this set I think is pretty nice. Since it retails for $19.99, it is a little bit more costly than the standard 10 cents a brick that you can use to baseline LEGO sets at. But Star Wars sets usually do run more than 10 cents a piece. This one actually runs for 22 cents a piece. So really it's up to you to decide whether or not this is worth the purchase. For me personally, as a LEGO fan, a Star Wars fan, and a Snowspeeder fan, I think this is worth it because you do get the iconic Snowspeeder. and you do get two really cool action minifigures. As for these two items, I will personally be breaking them up to use for spare bricks, but I can certainly understand if you or your kids want to use that and play around with it. So this set actually has a lot of playability for younger kids, and for older fans of LEGO and LEGO Star Wars, you can either choose to keep it around as a display, or you can use it for spare parts. Now, the Snowspeeder obviously is a miniature version. In order for you to have more details and to have it true to its form and shape, you're going to need something a lot bigger, something like this. Now this here is the original Snowspeeder from the Ultimate Collector Series, UCS, that LEGO put out. This is actually from the 2004 line. I've made some modifications to it, some very minor modifications to it, and I will be reviewing this in a future video. So you can have a comparison here of this miniature Snowspeeder and this big guy. So if you guys are interested in my review for this, look out for future videos. Hit that subscribe button so that you can get updates on all of my latest videos that come out, and please give me a like. Thanks.